Here's problem number 5 from the mock test. It says, which of the following is the graph of this equation, y equals negative 1/4 x plus 2? This is either you know it or you don't know it at this point, guys, but let me just remind you that we always graph using slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. And remember that m and b, sorry, my b looks a little bit odd, but m and b are just numbers. What do you mean numbers? Well, in this case, m is 1/4 and b is 2. And the thing you got to ask yourself whenever you graph a line is, what is your slope and what is your y-intercept? That's where the name slope-intercept form comes from. If I look here, I'm just going to identify what my slope and my y-intercept. Slope always comes first. That's why we call it slope-intercept form. So here's our first number. It's the number that's always next to x. So my slope here is not 1/4 x, but just 1/4. Likewise, the y-intercept is that other number at the end, not next to x. That's 2. And when I graph, I always graph my y-intercept first, which is, in this case, 2. So I'm going to go on my graph and I'm going to plot 2. And my advice is just to use A as a graph and graph it on A. And once I plot the y-intercept, I see, ooh, this might actually be the graph. But don't be fooled. All of them actually do have a y-intercept of 2. So that's not going to work. But my advice is just keep graphing. And now we use the slope. And it's important for you to remember that slope is just rise over run, meaning how many we go up divided by how many we're going to go over. So we're going to go up 1 and over 4. So check it out. I go up 1, I go over 1, 2, 3, 4, and I end up right here. And there's my line. Do you see one that looks like that? A, B, C, or D? I think if you look closely, B is clearly the only right answer. And it does, in fact, have a y-intercept of 2 and a slope of 1 over 1, 2, 3, 4. For that reason, B is the right answer.